Hey guys, Everett94 here with another action figure review, and this time I'm pretty excited because we're taking a look at the Walking Dead Lee Everett action figure. Finally, they make a Lee Everett. This is by McFarlane, Skybound exclusive. This is brought to you by NYCC. They had a little early sale there. Other than there, you can get him on Skybound, the website. This is why it's a Skybound exclusive. Now, if you played the video game like I did, Lee Everett was the main character in Season 1, and the video game is just a masterpiece. I mean, it blew me away. It got Game of the Year for Season 1, and Season 2 is just amazing as well. Can't wait for Season 3. It's crazy. I mean, it has nothing to do with Rick Grimes or any people that we're used to with the comics and TV show. This is totally different. Anyways, this is not only going to be a review on the regular version of Lee Everett. Here we have the bloody version, which is the variant of the figure as well. So there's two versions. There's the bloody version and there is the non-bloody, and McFarlane does a good job doing things like this, bloody version and a non-bloody version, gives us options. And here, I mean, I figured I'd get both of them because it's pretty cool. So if we take a look at the package right there, there's the front, there is the back right here. You can see scenes from the actual video game right there, and there's the other side. And before I begin, I'd like to give a shout out to Big Nice 10, Kendall Gray. Big thanks to you. He hooked me up with this from NYCC. And he sent it over to me, so big things. I appreciated that. Let's crack this guy open and see what we got. Alright, and there we have Lee Everett out of the package. Here's both of them side by side, of course. Go ahead and take a look at the regular version first. We can see he's got some pretty good likeness to the character. I really like how this one came out. I'm super excited that they released this Lee Everett figure, like I've said. It's just very cool because this is one of my favorite video games for sure. Here you can see the details of the paint and the sculpt came out really nice. You can see all the shading, the black wash he put in there. His face looks really nice. The facial hair came out nice. Very nice sculpt. They're doing really well for their figures now. They're really improving. Every time they release more figures, they really improve. There's his jeans, you can see. Onto the back. I really like how they included the Clementine's radio here. You can see the little stickers of the flowers there. And that's how they talk to each other. Even though I think it stopped working at one point, or they thought it didn't work. He wore it anyway, but pretty cool. Looking onto the bloody version of the figure, you can see all the blood splatter on him. Got some on his face, all over his shirt. See his arm. There's this big dark spot right there on this. Looks like some dirt and grime on there. His jeans got some blood, along with his shoes as well. Going onto the back, got some more blood on there. So looking at the accessories of the figures, we come with a arm that of course is cut off. So if you played the game, you know why. And you can see this is the regular version, don't get mistaken, because it's got some blood on the bottom, but of course that's where they amputated the arm, so they added that blood just for that, which makes sense. But everything else is just regular colored. That's nicely detailed as well. Then we have this meat cleaver here, big old knife, and then we have the axe that he used in the game. So very cool accessories. Now we look at the bloody version of these weapons. Going on to the axe first, you can see all the blood splatter there. Goes side by side. And then we look at the chopped off arm. The bloody version's on the right. You can see you got some more blood on this one. Blood splatter there. And then the actual part down here has a lot more blood where it got amputated. And then looking at the knife, you see how much more bloody it is. So very cool. I really like that and now that I have both of them, I can even alternate it, so I can have the regular Lee hold the bloody cleaver, in case he just chopped the zombie's head off and he didn't got any blood on him, then it would make sense, So that's for the articulation of Lee Everett. We're gonna go left and right on the head, and the head goes a little bit up, and not a lot of range of motion there. It goes down slightly. His arm goes forward and back, in and out. No bicep swivel. He's got a single jointed elbow that barely bends, so that kind of sucks. It does swivel at the elbow too. It's hinged right here at the wrist, along with a swivel for the wrist too. Going on to the torso, there's no articulation for the torso, and it's got, I don't even think it's got a waist swivel. I don't see it moving there. We have this leg joint that looks like the DC-UC leg joints. It goes forward and back there, in and out, right there. Single joint to knee that doesn't really bend 90 degrees. It does swivel right there at the knee as well. And then the ankle articulation there's not much there. It goes left and right, and that's about it. Got a little bit of a pivot, but forward and back, not much range of motion. Well, here he is with the amputated arm piece, and it's on the wrong side. In the game, he had it on the left arm, where he got his arm cut off. Problem I ran into is I can't take this arm off. I pull and I don't want to break it. I even loosened up the elbow. I'm not pulling from here, I'm pulling from up here, but it seems like my hand's too big, so I'm kind of pulling this at the same time, and this got like kind of loose. I don't know, I mean, it's not too bad, but I don't want to pull anymore. So I mean, I tried and this won't come off. I even tried on the bloody version and it's hard to come off. So the easiest arm was this one came right off, and so it's kind of backwards. It's supposed to be this way, I think. So I don't know, it's on the wrong arm, and there you see it comes off really easy. For some reason it's giving me problems taking off the actual arm that's supposed to come off. It's supposed to be the left arm. So if you guys can try to do it to yours without breaking it, go ahead. But I'm probably not going to display him with the arm chopped off anyway, so it's not a big deal. But it kind of sucks that it's really hard to take off that arm when it's supposed to come off. Alright, there we have it. There's the review of the Lee Everett action figure by McFarlane Toys. This is for the Walking Dead, the video game series. I really hope that they keep making these video game figures. I would love to see more characters like Kenny. Everyone wants to see a Kenny. That'd be very cool to see Kenny and other characters as well. Maybe even some bad guys like Carver and the farmers. I do recommend you get these figures, even though they're not highly articulated. They're never known for their articulation, even though they do have some. You're just not going to get them in any dynamic poses or anything. I mean, you really can't. It'd be really awkward looking. I honestly think if you're a fan of the game, you should really look into these figures. They look very nice and they're well worth it. One of my only gripes is that where in the world is his pistol? Like, why does he not come with a gun? Makes no sense. There's not a single gun that he can hold. Nothing, came with no pistol at all. And he doesn't even have it attached to his back. In the game, when he wasn't using the gun, he would have it hooked onto his pants. So you could see it when you were walking. You could see it behind him. But he doesn't have any pistol at all. So that kind of sucks. I don't understand why they did not include a pistol with him. That would have been, pretty cool to have him with a pistol. He does come with a few weapons, but, where's the gun? But not a really big deal, but it kind of bums me out because, you need the gun. Anyways, that pretty much does it. I do recommend these figures, so go out and get them. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you guys like. You guys have a great day. Bye.
That's crispy.